Today I'll talk about senior health and well-being in Ramadan. We have like 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks left with Ramadan, and if we implement some changes in our eating habits, inshallah they will go a long way, and even without Ramadan we can implement these changes. And inshallah by the time we will reach next Ramadan, we will be having our very healthy eating habits, inshallah. I want to start my presentation with the hadith. Next slide. With the hadith, the messenger of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "It is sufficient for a human being to eat a few mouthfuls to keep his spine straight. But if he must have to, then 1/3 should be for the food, 1/3 for the water, and 1/3 for the air." For the hadith, we don't need to verify it by any means, but now science have also told us that if we start eating and we take we start with water, we take 15 to 20 minutes before eating, we take a glass of water, it will make our stomach ready for the meal. The stomach will start secreting its juices, its acid, which is necessary for the good digestion. And by the time we start eating, already the signals from the stomach will go to the brain. And then it will tell our brain that we are ready to eat. And then if you notice, if you start eating with the water, your hunger will also go down because already your stomach sends signals to the brain. And if you leave your food just before you're full, then your stomach will have some air. That is necessary because your stomach, once you finish eating, then the work of the stomach starts. And work of the stomach is it causes mixing of the food to get the nutrients out of it. So it really needs some space to mix it nicely for the digestion. So I'll start with my slides. The slides are on the back. If you guys can turn your face, I really want everyone to look on the plate and see, because next slides I'll talk more about it. It's a plate of healthy and balanced diet. If you look into that, it has actually 3 portions. 25% is the oil, or 1/4 you can say, is for the proteins. That is on the upper right. And then the lower is carbohydrates, that includes your bread or rice or any grains. And if you look at the other half of the plate, that is all the vegetables. These vegetables, they are called complex carbs. And the complex carbs, because they have a lot of fiber. Essentially, half of our plate should be filled with essential carbohydrates. Those are our vegetables. And if you look into a balanced diet, it has 3 parts. One is carbohydrates, that is simple carbs like our rice, roti, pasta, or whatever we eat. The complex carbs are our vegetables. Fruits are also a part of it. They have some fiber, but they have a lot of sugar. And the next part is proteins. Our chicken, mutton, fish, quinoa is also part of it, and the eggs. And then the next, 3rd part of our food should be fat or oil. That is our regular oil, ghee, nuts, paneer, or cheese. Can you give me next slide, please? Thank you. So let's see how the food is digested first, so that you will have a good idea what we can change and what we can replace. In the body, protein and fats, they take the longest to get absorbed and get digested as compared to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are very quick to be digested and quickly absorbed. So what does especially the simple carbohydrates like the rice, roti, and naan, all these things, they get digested very quickly. What they do, they give a very big spike to the blood sugar level. And then the same is true for the fruits, although the raw fruit is better than fruit juices because it has some fiber in it. So the simple carbs, the basic problem is the simple carbs, like our routine rice or pasta or whatever. They give a very quick rise in the blood sugar level. And the next slide, please. I will tell why I'm talking about the blood sugar spikes, because this is very important to know for us that whenever we eat, our body convert most of the food, especially the carbs, into sugar, and then we get sugar spikes immediately after eating. What happens that when we get a spike, we are very energetic. Our bodies ask the pancreas to secrete some insulin so that we can use that sugar. And what happens after some time, that is all digested and we are left with hunger and cravings. That is also give you a spike, a good energy, and then it crashes down. It doesn't give you a steady blood sugar level. Steady blood sugar level means steady energy in the body. Next slide, please. This slide, if you guys can look into that, it is showing what do I mean by the high blood sugar and what does it mean by the steady. If you look into that, you are taking a nice glass of soda, or for instance for the fruit juice, and if you drink it, if you look in the graph, you will see within half an hour the blood sugar will go really high. And if you guys can appreciate the little color between 80 and 110 is the normal blood sugar level, which we should have all the time to function. So once our body get a very high blood sugar level, it's get a sugar spike, so then all the body system will get activated to digest it. If you are taking a glass of fruit juice or soda and then you are going to the gym or running around or doing something, that will be used by the body, no problem. But in case you are taking this and watching TV or sitting around, then what happens? Little sugar you will be using, but the rest will go either in the muscles or in the fat. Because body have to get rid of that much sugar to bring the sugar between 80 to 110 level, you can see. And what happens after some time, sugar level goes down below the level of the normal, and you start craving. So those who are diabetics or pre-diabetics, what happens? They sometimes start shivering, or hungry, palpitation, excessively sweating, and they need to eat something. So they eat something, again the spike will go up, because what they are going to eat is, because the body want immediate sugar, so someone will take a toffee or whatever, and the blood sugar will go again high. So many spikes in the day, that is not good for our health. What we want, if you look into the slide, that there is a balanced meal. You can see there is eggs with some avocado, and then there is bread also. So if you eat that one, there will be no sugar spike, and then body will give an sugar on a very steady level. And if the sugar is steady, that means your energy is steady. Because what happens if we take a lot of sugar in the morning, we crash maybe around 10, 11, especially in the fasting days, and then we are hungry, so we don't want that. Next slide, please. So let's see what we can do in the suhoor to give us steady energy in the first place, and to make us full for a long time. The suhoor ideally should be started from proteins, complex carbohydrates, and then proteins. Proteins, you can take eggs. You can never go wrong with eggs. You boil them, scramble them, make a good veggie omelette, whatever you want. If someone loves meat, they can have meat in the morning. Or if someone likes to have something cold, they can have chia seed pudding with some nuts or the fruit of their choice. And then go for Greek yogurt. Why Greek yogurt? Because whenever you open a cup of routine yogurt, you will see they have some water in it. That water is full of carbs and sugar. So when you can make Greek yogurt at home, you just drain that water or hang it in a cheesecloth and then let the water drain. What is left is Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt has a lot of protein in it. That will go a long way in the daytime. And then it's one of the very good probiotics. Yogurt as a whole is one of the very good probiotics. Then comes the carbs. Yeah, complex carbs like vegetables are good in the morning, but if you really want to have a piece of slice, I would just go for sourdough bread. Sourdough bread, although it will increase the blood sugar level, but because the flour is already fermented, so it's good for your gut bacteria. So what in Suhoor you try to avoid what? The white bread, white rice, or roti with white flour. These things that we need to avoid because they are giving us a very quick blood sugar spike that will end up maybe early in the morning. The blood sugar will go down and everyone will be hungry again. Next slide, please. A question which is very frequently asked is how to take water and fluid in Suhoor. I would suggest avoid tea and coffee because tea and coffee are basically diuretics. They take water from your body and then make it urine, and then your body can get dehydrated. Avoid fruit juices early in the morning. Again, they will give you a very big spike that sugar will be utilized very quickly, and then you will be hungry again. And then drink some water in the morning. Depends how long is the Suhoor. If someone is waking up only for 20-30 minutes, then maybe a glass or two is enough for them. And try to use lassi or laban or kefir in the morning because they are a very good source of protein, and then they go a long way in the stomach and they keep you full for a long time. Next slide, please. Okay, now you have a long day of fasting and we are near to Iftar. In Iftar, just keep in mind the order of eating. That is not only for this Iftar, but that's for our routine meal also. Start with your food because now your stomach is empty, your body is hungry, and your body is really looking forward for some good nutritious food in the Iftar time. So start with the vegetable. That's good. Why vegetable? Because vegetable have some fiber, it coats the stomach and then the intestine, and then it reduces the absorption of the sugar which you will eventually eat it. And then next is protein. Protein are good, they stay longer, they're really essential part for the body. And then the next is carbohydrates. If you are really someone who really want a piece of bread or little rice, then this is the time you can go for it. And then the last is the sweets. Many people have sweet tooth, they really need something sweet. So that should be the last thing in your fatur. Because at that point you are already full, you will use it less, and whatever you will use will not give you a spike in your blood sugar level. Okay, what is the good iftar with water, or what fluids we should take in iftar? Because again the same thing, please avoid all the sodas and fruit juices in the iftar because your body really looking forward something very nutritious because it's fasting, it's ready to absorb whatever you are giving. And then simple plain water is good. If you guys are really like feeling dehydrated, or then a pinch of Himalayan salt in a pitcher of water, that's really good for the cellular level rehydration. And then these heart diseases, whatnot, autoimmune diseases. So try to change them with healthy oils like avocado oil, like olive oil, coconut oil. The good thing about these oils that they have omega-3s in them, and another thing they have, their burning point is comparatively high, so the oil doesn't get rancid when you're cooking in it. Thank you very much. That was all. If you guys have any questions, I'll take the questions.
Thank you.
Jazakallah khair, everyone. Any questions for Dr. Fouzia? Perfect, inshallah. Well, Jazakallah khair again, Doctor.